Hi, this is Mark at learnhowtogarden.com, and in today's episode of the 10-Minute Gardener I'm going to be showing you how you can recycle a recycling bag to grow potatoes on your patio. If you're not already subscribed to us at learnhowtogarden.com, there is a link just below this bag, actually just below this film, it's not just below this bag, that's a pot, which will take you over to Learn How to Garden. Input your email address and it means I can let you know every single time I put up a new film, and it also means you get access to our monthly newsletter. So if we're going to grow these potatoes in this recycling bag, this is woven nylon and we need to make some drainage holes, as you can see here. If you cut these holes, it'll just fray and open up. So the easiest thing to do is to heat up the end of a piece of metal and just literally burn it. If you've got gas, it's really easy. We've got an open fire. I'll just show you what I mean. We just literally use the end and in we go. And as you can see, it creates a hole but seals it so it's not going to fray. So we can get drainage into this recycling bag. It's a bit boys ownish this, isn't it? You know, burning stuff with red hot pieces of metal, great. We just go all the way around. Watch you don't get it on your hand obviously, and burn some holes. So we're now in the tunnel and we're going to show you how to plant this bag that we've put the holes in. The variety we're going to use are Belle de Vaux. They're actually BF15, but it's BF15 sounds a bit technical. It's not. It's just Belle de Fontenay. It's a hybrid of one of the really famous French varieties that's been selected. They're a second early, so it's great for growing in this bag. And as you can see, if you look quite closely here, these are already partly chitted. You can see the little shoots growing on them, or I'm hoping you can see the little shoots growing on them if I put my bright orange muck glove behind. And what we're going to sort of put in this bag really is mixtures of 50% used grow bag, which doesn't have a lot of goodness in it, some very, very well rotted garden compost. And garden compost should, when it comes out your heap, it should be dry enough to crumble like that. And we're going to sort of fill the bag to about here, about a third of the way up. We're going to put some rock dust or granite sand in, and we're going to put about a couple of ounces of fish blood and bone, and that's the fertiliser. So literally, and I'm now going to be shouted at for saying literally, what you could do is you start to add your growing media in layers, tiny bit of your fertiliser, some rock dust. And you're not trying to fill the bag at this point. What we're trying to do is get enough for the potatoes to start in, but potatoes produce roots and potatoes all the way up the stem. It's why if you were to grow in the classic old-fashioned manner, you would earth up. It's why if you grow in the no-dig manner, like I do, once your potatoes are 2 or 3 inches high, you go along and you use the second application of well-rotted compost or really, really well-rotted manure. Because you can't let your potatoes grow on the surface. If they grow on the surface, they'll turn green, and green potatoes, as we all know, are poisonous. So once we have about a third of the bag filled, give it a good mix around to mix your ingredients together. Take your potatoes, and probably 3 is pushing it for the bag. You probably would be okay with 2, it's quite big plants, but you're never too sure how well they'll grow. And pop them in so that the shoots are facing upwards, and then lightly cover them. Once they're covered, give them a very gentle water. Once the potatoes are in, you've got a couple of inches of your compost on top. Let the potato shoot grow till it's about 4 to 6 inches high. Add more compost till just the top of the shoot is showing. Continue to do that until we get to within about an inch of the top of the bag. Then let the potato grow. And what you've done is all the way along that shoot, on all those roots, where your potato tubers are going to swell. Keep it well watered. You won't need to feed it again. There's more than enough food in the garden compost and the fish blood and bone. It's a great way to get early potatoes. It's a great way to grow in your patio. What you can't really do particularly well is upscale this into those great big ton bags. If you're going to grow on that scale, you're much better using a proper deep bed or a no-dig bed in your garden. It will give you much better results, and you'll get a much more even temperature throughout the actual soil for growing. 2 weeks after we planted the potatoes in our recycling bag, you can see there's some phenomenal growth. That's because we've kept these inside. They're actually in the polytunnel. If you keep them in a greenhouse, it'll do the same. If you look around me, you can see just the weed growth in this bed, and this has been left for a different film about hoeing. But once you've got about this much growth, you then take some more compost, and this is 50% well-rotted garden compost, 50% old grow bag, to be honest, and you start to top up, covering a lot of these potatoes. It's just like earthing up in the ground, and we're going to fill this so that just the tops of these potatoes are visible. Fill it up so there's just the tops of the potatoes peeking through. It's just like earthing up outside. It means that all along that stem you're going to get far more potatoes. Water it again and just keep it growing. If we were to look outside, the potatoes in the no-dig bed aren't even out of the ground yet, so it really is a great way to get quick, speedy potatoes.